Sondra Borth is talking about the Borth family farm, then and now. Farm life for women has changed. Her mother-in-law was a stay-at-home wife, and now she is a working wife who also helps on the farm. Things have changed dramatically over the past 30 years.
So they asked me to talk about the Borth family farm, and I thought, who wants to hear about this job? The farm wife, then and now. What a boring life this is. What a hard life. It's not glamorous. There's nothing about it that is fun, to be honest with you. So it's hard. It's hard work. This is my mother-in-law and father-in-law, Pearl and Al. He's been gone for about 12 years. Pearl was a stay-at-home mom. She was born 3 kids. One died very young, and she was at every beck and call for him, always. And I saw a few people in the audience from Arlington that probably know that. This is Ron and I. Not a very good picture, but that's okay. I'm not that person. I never have been that person. I never will be that person. I met Ron when I was 18. We were married at 20 and started the family farm working with him, and there was many times it was hell, to be honest with you. Just hell. They had, when Ron was 9 and his sister was 14, they had little combines with 10, 15-foot headers. They knocked off, his sister and him hit the augers and knocked them off. His dad went crazy, as I hear. But it was a real slow process, and you started young. That's just what everybody probably thinks of when they think of farming. Big combines and big grain carts and big wheat trucks. That's not us. That's not us at all. We have a very small family farm, and now it's just my husband and I doing it. So I just wanted to let you know that. This is more like us. We actually have a 30-foot header now, so it goes a little faster. But, you know, it's still not what you see in the fields, not what your custom cutters have. We're not a big farm. It's just him and I doing all the work. And when I said they started young, this is a 2-year-old driving the combine. Actually, that's my grandson. But, you know, he loves to be on the combine and ride on it. But like I said, there's nothing very glamorous about it. But when he's 2, he thinks so. So, however, my sons do not think so at 31 and 28. When Pearl would bring us lunch, she'd bring it in the camper. She'd bring out this huge meal at noon, and we'd all have to get off their trucks and combines and grain carts and everything, and she'd park it out, and she'd bring out lawn chairs, and we'd all have to have this huge meal and then go back to the field. Now, they get a sack, my husband and I, a sack lunch, and it has to last you all day. So if you eat your sandwich at 8 in the morning, that's too bad, because you're not getting another thing from me, because I'm in the grain cart and the truck the rest of the time. Once in a while, my friend Becky might bring you out something later in the evening. When I first started driving for Al, we had this little bitty tilt cab. I was so scared of that man, Ron's dad. He would say, if you drive over 15 miles an hour, I will know that you lost wheat out of that truck. Scared me to death. I never drove over 15 miles an hour to the elevator. So we lived anywhere from 10 to 30 miles. Then we got the big tandem trucks. Man, that was great stuff, I thought. They hauled 700 bushels of grain, and a semi hauled 900. What a great thing. Right? They wouldn't be waiting for me when I got back from the field. It was great. Until the tarp came. Then the tarp came and they decided we'd haul to Hutch. From Arlington to Hutch. Anywhere from 20 to 30 miles. Yeah. Nobody took into account, because, you know, you got 4 cents more a bushel, right? Yeah. Yeah. They didn't take into account the wear and tear, the heat, you know, all that kind of thing. So let's haul our wheat to Hutch. It was a great idea. Great idea. Most of the time, I spent my time, this next picture should show it, broke down. Broke down on the side of the road. And you would think that when the combine drivers don't have their truck driver there, they'd remember. I don't know. There was one day I left at 11, got home at 8 that night. Nobody knew I was gone for some odd reason. I don't know. I guess the combine broke down. Then cell phones were introduced. What a godsend a cell phone was. Now I can call them, and at every beck and call, they better be there in 5 minutes. So, because I broke down, and I spent too much time in my past, broke down on the side of the road, and nobody cared enough to come get me. So, then one year, they rented a semi for me. Yep, I had a CDL that from driving a bus. Nobody bothered to teach me how to drive that. I had air conditioning for the first time. I had a radio for the first time. But nobody told me about the back brakes on the semi. Then there's all the other things that farming's, you can't help. People throw cigarettes out the window and your field catches on fire. So many variables out there that you can't control. So that I say farming's not glamorous. And there's lots of times it's not fun. And thunderstorms. I remember sitting on top of my truck many times watching thunderstorms come in, or fireworks, or things like that everybody else got to enjoy except for us that were in the field. Still kind of like that. And just hoping you make it. Then now, last year, what a great year. We had a great farming year. And all the grains dumped on the ground because there's nowhere to store it. And then the price goes down to what it was in 1960. Wow, how do we make it? Why do we still do it? So I end mine with Jason Aldean's song. That hailstorm back in '83 sure did take a toll on his family, but he stayed strong and carried on, just like his dad and granddad did before him. On his knees every night he prays, please let my crops and children grow, because that's all he's ever known. That's what makes a family farm.
Yeah.